G'day, this is Captainoob, and this is a Glock plasma pistol. This is a weapon that is based off the plasma pistol from Fallout 1, and you can tell that it's from a bygone era of Fallout because it actually has real gun manufacturers' names stapled to it, which I think today would incur licensing fees. That's why all of the Call of Duty guns have some weird, whacked-out home brand names to them. Thematically, I really like the idea of using these well-known contemporary gun manufacturers to be the creators of these highly advanced energy weapons. It shows you the Americans, they never slowed down in their weapons development, and they were so good at their engineering that even 200 years after a nuclear war, these things are still kicking around, taking names and kicking ass, not necessarily in that order. But it shows you that the Americans never stopped pushing the envelope when it comes to developing deadlier weapons to fight those Chinese commie bastards with, and also using these names that we know as sort of helps connect our universes together a little bit. You can sort of extrapolate that, hey, maybe in the future, Glock or possibly Winchester might develop energy weapons capable of throwing high-speed plasma that would completely screw you up even worse than a bullet if it hit you. Cool. Okay, putting aside the American gun patriotism, so this thing comes in two different forms. You can either have a replacer, it will directly replace the vanilla game plasma gun, or you can have a standalone version, which is the version I've got, because more guns equals better. Borderlands told me that. This weapon utilizes vanilla game sounds and vanilla game reload animations, which work perfectly for this thing, so nothing to complain about there. Attachment time. So, like the vanilla game plasma gun, this is a pretty modular approach in its design, so it can do a whole lot of things. It's very flexible, so yeah, it's kind of like a upgrade of what the, what's it called, the Glock plasma pistol from Fallout 1 would be like if it was implemented exactly as it was in Fallout 4, so huge plus, huge thumbs up, very cool. Starting off with the capacitors, this thing has the same attachments as your standard vanilla game plasma gun capacitors, so we'll go for an overcharge thing there for the superior damage approach. There's also boosted photon agitator, that's your crit boosting one, and this boosted gamma wave emitter, I believe, gives you better ammo capacity, but it's just best to put the best damage on this thing, so we'll go for that one. And now we get into the barrels. You might notice earlier that this there's no actual barrel there, that's kind of see-through, but don't worry about it. So again, this follows the vanilla game approach to your barrels. So you got a shorter barrel, a splitter, auto barrel, and the sniper barrel, which does a little bit differently than your standard vanilla game plasma gun, because this will actually fire a beam, a hit scan beam. It's like a laser beam, but it's green. It has a plasma effect when it hits stuff. So big plus on this thing. This is probably the best thing about this mod, is that you can actually use this thing as a sniper with hit scan laser beam like bullets. Perfect. 10 out of 10, best mod ever. That's the biggest complaint I have with plasma guns in any Fallout game, is the slowness of their projectiles. It doesn't make any sense making them a sniper because the projectiles are so slow. Go laser. Now, there's also flamer barrels as well, and the improved splitter is called a multi-plas barrel, just like the multi-plas rifle from Fallout New Vegas, completely obsoleted by the customization system that Fallout 4 offers, but, you know, weapon variety or weapon customization, that is a debate for another time. There's also an improved version of the splitter, and also these jury-rigged with 2 eyes gamma barrel, which give you a little bit of flavor radiation damage, which is nice, and a P94 conversion barrel, which gives you better damage, much better range, but bad hipfire accuracy, and gives you that little claw on the end, the stabilizer fins that the plasma casters have. So very Fallout 1-esque there, but not quite on the right gun. Let's go for a sniper approach here. Now, it'd be interesting to see, the beam sniper version has less range than the P94 caster version, but we're going for a sniper version, so we'll do that. Now, this thing has a grip right now. The gunslinger grip will actually get you better range. If I go over to a rifle, we'll lose that range. So the best way to retain that range is just have a sniper pistol, and the best grip here appears to be the Comfort Polymer Grip for improved recoil and hipfire accuracy. So we're going to have a hipfire sniper. Cool. That's kind of the weird balancing points, and you can really get an idea of how much range that you gain or lose depending on what projectiles you put on. Something like a marksman stock would make a lot of sense for this thing, but with the range we're getting out of this thing now, like, why would I ever use this thing in pistol form? We can hold our breath to steady a scope, so if we're worried about the recoil or the scope sway, we can cover that with other perks. Now, you can make this thing fire fusion cells, but it'll be lower capacity, or you can just use the standard plasma cells that you get, plasma cartridges, Typo. Hope someone gets fired for that blunder. Next, we've got the sights. You can have standard sights, a short scope, very Fallout 1-esque. I'm tempted. There's also a see-through, a carry handle version of that, reflex sight, grenade launcher sights for a grenade launcher attachment. We'll get to that one in a second. There's also medium scopes, long scopes, see-through versions, night vision versions, and recon scopes. Let's go for a short recon scope on this thing. And we'll go over to the next one, which is Legendary. Well, we're not going to use those. They're provided by Legendary Modification, and you can change the logos on the side. Brotherhood of Steel, Enclave, Glock, as you saw earlier. Blends in quite well. You barely notice it if I haven't pointed it out. Institute as well. Minuteman, no logo or Railroad logo. No Children of Adam, no Disciples, no Pack, no Operators. Come on. We've got to have those in. I want a Children of Adam paint on this thing. Green neon paint. It works as plasma. You can also turn this thing into a grenade launcher as well. It'll fire a very low speed projectile with not much ammo capacity and a low fire rate, but you get a big explosion. Hell yeah, that sounds pretty cool, doesn't it? So I'm going to test out these things in many different ways, but we're definitely going to grab a launcher barrel. You probably want to see that one first, don't you? I will oblige. I'll show you to get them, and then I suppose we'll get started. This is like a super sniper pistol. The Glock plasma can be found on gun specialty vendors at level 1, according to what I saw on the creation kit. Also, you can find it on legendary enemies at level 15, and at level 30 it can start being crest rewards. That's what I found. The mod page didn't tell me, so I looked under the bonnet, the hood, and yeah, there it is. 294 caps for a plasma gun. Easy. Okay, we're outside of Immersive Gunners Plaza. If you're wondering, there are no uniques of this thing getting around. So here is the Super Sniper Pistol in first person with a recon scope, and check out this. Laser beams. Kind of a little bit easier to see in first person when you're not aiming down sights, but that's really cool. Honestly, I think a better approach to this, and I'm kind of being nitpicky here, is to use the same projectile as the laser musket gives you, because you get that little bit of a... It's almost like a liquidy contrail off that projectile. I think that would suit the plasma a little bit better. I know it's not shooting liquid per se, but I think that little extra bit of fluidity on the contrail of the round would actually make it better. Or maybe make the improved sniper barrel refined like this and the inferior one have that little bit of extra like flavor on it. I don't know how else to describe it, but if you've ever shot the laser musket, you'll know what I'm talking about. The projectiles on that thing are cool. Anyway, so here's the second one that I made. This one is super accelerated automatic barrel, and it is fast, like a Gatling laser fast. So there's the reload animation. You've already seen that if you've ever used a plasma gun. Here is the one with the P94 barrel and the carry handle sights, which you might notice are a little bit misaligned. I can't actually see what I'm shooting at, so hip fire, I guess, is what we're doing with this thing. Here's what it looks like in third person. Very large rifle, so it'll work well with power armor as well, which is a big plus because not all of us decide to not ever use power armor, so that's cool. Here's the one with the gamma barrel, like a little alien mouth coming from the barrel. It gives you a little bit of radiation flavor damage, not enough to make it significant. And lastly, here's the grenade launcher version with that cool little grenade launcher sight. Lots of recoil, but you shoot a plasma blob and it explodes like a plasma grenade. That's pretty much it. Let's go shoot stuff. Are they finished? Cool. To use this grenade launcher version first, so how funny is it that all of these gunners are sitting in relatively the same spot? The radius will cover it just fine. This is like a 4-shot grenade launcher using plasma cartridges. The plasma gun from the vanilla game doesn't do that. So if you want to completely replace the plasma gun with this thing, honestly, I'm not going to argue against it. Honestly, I like having both though. One's a Glock made, the other one is... I don't even know where that comes from. The lore doesn't ever say. It's not a plasma gun from the Enclave because, well, the Enclave aren't around. It's different from the Fallout 3 plasma guns, which looked like Enclave-type weapons. Anyway, so yeah, that was the version of the grenade launch. Let's go over to our snipey pistol. Just kidding, let's pump the brakes a little bit because I want to have a couple of shots at these guys with sneakiness, and using this thing at longer range should be much easier than it previously was with other plasma guns, just as soon as I get that hit. Already my muscle memory's kicked out a little bit. Actually, I don't think I've held this mouse and shot at anything for a while, so I gotta dial in my aim a little bit again. You're not detecting me, buddy. Okay, yes you are. I think with this thing, even without the sneak criticals, being able to just click on your enemy's head and deal damage like this, I'm pretty sure I'm getting maximum damage from even all the way back here. And again, this is like a pistol, so you know that scope is fairly steady even without crouching. The recoil is a lot, but again, no stock to support it, so I'm not going to complain too much about the recoil here. Let's go over to Super Mega Ultra Speed Round. Unfortunately, you lose the iconic Ghostbusters look if you've got the replacer with this automatic version. So that's probably something worth thinking about. We should be on crits now. Nice, a Grim Reaper sprint. Let's keep it rolling. This would be proper Doom Guy-esque in real time. It'd be scary to watch from afar. They're still continuing fighting anyway. They make them foolhardy at the gunners. That's their combat rating, their bravery rating. But yeah, this thing, obviously, it's shredding. It's rated to about 2900 DPS, and now we're not seeing all of that because we're playing on very hard difficulty, but it's still doing a good job at flattening these guys, especially at this close range. And the recoil, I feel, is very manageable. So if you can get close and get a couple of headshots, you can sort of fill up the entire crosshair with their noggins. And give them the old Colgate treatment. With plasma instead of toothpaste. Is that a scar again? It is, in fact. I can tell by the sound. It's very loud. The sound is the same shooting as it is NPCs using it. Okay, let's go over to the... what is this, Smitty special looking thing? The P94 barrel. I was thrown off a little bit by the decloaking RPG, man. But I'll sort him out. Sorry, woman. Didn't mean to misgender you there. Hopefully no blue hairs are watching this so to get in a lot of trouble. Alright, what do we got? That's tactical, that's fine. How about a little bit of VATS? We've got all of this range. Let's use it. Just have to aim off the middle of the screen here. No, that's not working. Okay, yeah, these sights are bugged out. That's not fun. Look at this guy. He's got a vanilla game plasma gun. What a pleb. Oh. Wait. That'll do. Yes. Headshot him. Stand still, thank you. Sweet, that actually worked out. Probably the easiest thing to go is go third person and use this thing. That works. Despite being staggered a few times, that wasn't helpful. Alright, what else have we got here? We've got the radiation damage one. Now we're hitting them pretty reliably from out here. If it's 100 rads per shot, I mean, if we're doing less than that amount of damage, I can kill them in 11 shots just with the radiation damage stacked onto them. That is if they haven't got much in the way of radiation resistance to begin with. You definitely do not. Honestly, it's just flavor damage. It doesn't appear to do anything interesting or different with the projectiles here, so sure, it's just a cool, different barrel you can attach onto it. Looks like one of those alien mouths. Also, there's a random feral ghoul over there. There's also no middle sight here. I have to eye off the center. Herein lies the problem with slow projectiles, when I could just be doing that instead. Oh, you're not getting away with this. Sick of you. Was that a goo pile? Yes, it was. I thought it'd almost be an ash pile there. Shooting him with a laser. Okay, let's breach this.
Yes.
I'm guessing a sniper barrel and a reflex sight version with a pistol grip like this would be absolutely devastating. Get out of here. In that, so I've got to watch my ammo count here because I went through quite a lot there. I guess we could be ultra efficient if we just flog the grenade launcher all video, but you know, we'll give them a sporting chance. Ugh, I'm tired. I don't think my aim is quite as good as it normally is, but we got the job done. Here's Iris, by the way. We've got ourselves VTOR utility top, just regular belt and skirt, and there's a couple of other things as well. That's from VTOR Desire, I think. The underwear and the little, is that jewelry around the leg there? It's pretty cool. Good job, Iris. You didn't die. Okay, there is the Swan, also his mate in here. Dealt with now. We'll chuck a fresh magazine in this thing, and oh, he's friendly. Not for long. Yeah, I didn't expect this thing to be too good in its VATS usage, and why would it be? It's a grenade launcher. You don't have to be accurate with it. But we'll keep on spamming him anyway. I've got no idea what he's attacking down there. Looks like we're getting some direct hits on him, which is pleasing. I think we're a little bit out of range with this thing, though. If we had to equip this thing with a pistol barrel, we'd be hitting him for a little bit harder. Oh, this is cool in slow motion. That's so dramatic. We'll add a critical. We'll use all of the criticals. I think one whiffed there. Ah, Mysterious Stranger. Let's not blow him up. Blah. Okay, I don't think the Mysterious Stranger actually did anything there, but it was worth a shot. Check out these projectiles bending and arcing through the air. I love that. It's because the plasma projectiles, as far as the game's concerned, are missiles. They'll track and arc through the air if you're not pointing directly at your target in VATS. When things are a little bit out of scale, I think it breaks it a little bit. Oh, Mysterious Stranger again. Come on. Oh, yeah. Look at this distraction. Unfortunately for Mr. Swan, he hasn't turned around and dealt with the much larger threat. Let's not go into Nerd Rage just yet. If we can hold on to that for a little bit later, that would be great. Oh, Mysterious Stranger again? Stole my kill. Where are ya? He's somewhere in there. There he is. I'll get you, oh. Next time. I'll take his head off next time. Okay, we're good now. We can relax. Honestly, I think the standouts in this mod are the beam laser sniper barrel and the grenade launcher. And even the ultra-fast auto barrel, I think, is really cool. Just an overall improvement on the plasma gun roll without it being like overpowered, or it's just an improvement that it needs sort of to keep up with some of the ballistic guns from the game. Now, where'd the... Okay. Couldn't see him in the glare. Let's hit him up. His sick dance moves were no match for my super slow-mo, and now we can just sort of shoot him. Now, I wonder if we do more damage with this one, slightly more with the plasma caster barrel. Are you going to actually fight me here, or what's going on? Nope, he is out of here. Interesting. Okay, our range should be not as good, but we'll hit him up with a full AP bar worth. We've done pretty well there. But I think once he gets close, we should just shred him with our automatic version. We might actually run out of bullets, but if we hit him up with a full round of VATS, that's 2 crits we get for the price of 1. Give it to me. Just a much needed boost, because you don't get all of the extra super sneaky damage with the with any of the energy weapons, because normally you can't put suppressors on them. So giving him that straight flat DPS boost. And there's also that factor of, hey, this weapon requires more user input than point and click. You gotta actually lead your targets. There's a little bit more skill involved, so that's also another draw to that. You could argue it's a positive or a negative. Okay, he's down for the count. But yeah, between the sniper barrel, the auto barrel, and the grenade launch barrel, I think this is a huge improvement over. And again, just, yeah, you could argue that you may as well just use this as a replacer entirely because it's doing the role but better. But I kind of like that extra variety, right? So that's fine. See this Mirelurk? I don't want him here either. Third time the charm. Honestly, a pretty context-sensitive drop of idiots aren't there, so we'll go one more monster and we'll call it a video. I'm still determined to use this thing in a sniper role, so let's shoot some super mutants, shall we? No, they're only little baby super mutants, but the point's all the same, of course. You shoot people, hit scan bullets, or lasers in this case, and then they dissolve into little plasma bits. Who's around? There's one. A noise? Indeed, friend. Indeed. If we can get a gun fu streak going here, that'd be pretty elite. Is that the turret? I think it is. Nice. And I think we've got some sort of hound or something. Look, the centaurs are in town. They seem to take over. Well, they found me. One crit for you. Back into caution. Yeah, these centaurs seem to completely replace the mutant hound spawns. I think they're supposed to share the same spawn, but I don't know. Maybe they do replace them entirely. Okay, that's pretty good. We've got maybe one more shot left in this thing, so let's take out this giant mutant hound. And we've got 145 bullets left, so let's use them. And perhaps we might even carpet bomb him with grenades. Now, I've put a pistol grip and a reflex sight on this thing to see if I could get slightly better in the way of AP usage, and I think it's marginally better. Oh, he thinks he can get away. Not on my watch, buddy. Although, he's pretty fast, I'll give him that. Oh, he's found a rad scorpion. Dear oh dear. Well, didn't mean for this to be a battle royale, but there he goes. Honestly, his greatest asset is his speed. If he closes the gap enough for me to shoot myself with my own grenade, and hang on a second, Mr.
Nice. Giant scorpion.
Nice. That actually worked out.
Just do you. Kill. I'm done with you.
Ah, he's burrowed in. What a coward. You know, I have a, what's it called? A mud crab. I was about to say a Mirelurk, but no. A mud crab covered in dwarven armor that does the same thing. I think he just come in for the clutch flank teleport, but got blown up. I don't know if it's just because he's got that legendary effect swirl around him, but there seems to be like a little bit of a red shockwave that happens around him. That might just be the plasma effect during the night, I guess. Well, it wasn't happening when I wasn't hitting him. Interesting. Is that a thing? Let's find out. Sometimes it is, sometimes it isn't. Is it direct hits that cause that? Not sure. It's interesting. Okay, that's enough. This ends now. Oh, no, no, no. You're getting a... No! You ruined it. I was gonna gooify him. Oh, he's goofied. Oh, what a terrible sight. The mutant hound is dead. Okay, I think you get the idea. So yeah, the clear standouts being the beam sniper barrel and the super rapid mega ultra automatic barrel and the grenade launcher lobber barrel, I think, are the best things about this mod. But I think it's a really all-round well-made mod, and it stays true to the original art from Fallout 1, where you had that well, it's different. It stays true to it, and I don't know what the general consensus is, but about the plasma guns in the vanilla game of Fallout 4, but I think it's certainly a acquired taste when it comes to using that thing. So I think this thing actually legitimately looks cooler, better than the vanilla game plasma gun. So it's worth having a look at. If you want to completely replace it, the option is there, but if you want to have them both together, then there's no reason not to. The more weapon variety, the better, even though this thing is pretty much doing the exact same thing that the vanilla game plasma gun does, but better and slightly more versatile, more roles that it can fulfill. So, if you don't want it doubling up, then there's a reason you can want it replaced. But if you want to see this weapon in your game, check out the link in the description. Highly recommend it. Really good fun. Thank you very much for watching, guys. And I mean that. Thank you. Iris, wave goodbye. No? Okay.